Hello everybody and welcome to Connor Sports Talk. So today we're going to be talking about how Matthew Stafford is now the highest paid NFL quarterback. So the total contract was for $135 million for 5 years. And that was coming off a pretty bad season in terms for, or in value of what Matthew Stafford is. So I really like Matthew Stafford, but he's not the best quarterback in the league whatsoever. And he shouldn't really be paid the highest quarterback, or as the highest paid quarterback. Yeah, I guess it's kind of based off the Derek Carr deal and whatnot, and the fact that you can assume Kirk Cousins is going to be paid quite a bit, but still, there's a lot better quarterbacks being paid a good bit less. But let's look at his stats. Like I just said that he didn't have a very good season last year compared to what he usually has. So in 2016, he threw for 4,377 yards, which is 65.3 completion, and then 24 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. So that isn't horrible at all, but it's not really good either. Like, especially not good enough for being the top paid quarterback in the NFL. In 2015, he had a lot better in terms of touchdowns to interception ratio. He had a 67.2 completion percentage. He had 4,262 passing yards, 32 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. So that's a pretty good year for a quarterback. I mean, yeah, I'm a Saints fan, so I'm used to Drew Brees throwing for 5,000, but you can't really expect every quarterback to throw for 5,000. In fact, that really never happens. So that's just for comparisons, I guess, because all people kind of compare them to, like, I don't know, Matthew Stafford isn't on the best team at all, and neither is Drew Brees, so there's that. That's basically the comparisons. They both have strong arms, I guess. My biggest comparison to Matthew Stafford is maybe Brett Favre. They're both gunslingers. They throw, by that they make risky throws, and obviously they get a decent amount of interceptions because of that. But I just kind of want to compare Matthew Stafford to Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Derek Carr, Aaron Rodgers, and Matt Ryan. Mostly because I believe those are the top 5 quarterbacks as of right now. It's debatable about Derek Carr because he's so young, but he had an MVP season last year. If he would have stayed healthy for the whole year, he might have gotten the MVP. In my opinion, Derek Carr was the number 3 or the third player in the MVP vote. So that's why I have him as a comparable. Okay, let's just review his Matthew Stafford's full contract. So like I said before, it's a 5-year contract worth $135 million total. That's with a $50 million signing bonus, and I believe, $92 million is guaranteed, so that's quite a bit. That's without being said, he's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, which is the highest paid position on offense, at least. Sometimes the pass rushers are paid a good bit more. But let's look at Tom Brady. So his signing bonus was $28 million. It's only a 2-year contract because, again, I believe he's 39, and it's an average of about $20 million per year. So he's the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest quarterback ever. He's obviously the best quarterback right now. So that just shows. That's about what, $7 million less per year, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, about $7 million less per year. But again, you have to take into account that he's being paid less because he's choosing to be paid less. And then there's Derek Carr. His signing bonus was about $12.5 million. He's getting paid $25 million per year. And that's again 5 years. So that's about $10 million less than Matthew Stafford. And I believe that Derek Carr is better than Matthew Stafford. For example, Derek Carr, let's see. He threw for 3,937 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. So yeah, again, he had an MVP season last year. And then moving on to Drew Brees. So his signing bonus is $30 million. It's a 1-year deal, and it's about $24 million per year. So he's arguably the second best quarterback right now. So that just shows how much I believe Matthew Stafford is being overpaid. I mean, Matthew Stafford isn't a bad quarterback, but all these quarterbacks are better than Matthew Stafford in my opinion, and is being paid more than them. But last year, Drew Brees threw for 5,208 passing yards, 37 touchdowns, and 15 interceptions. And then let's move on to Aaron Rodgers. Arguably, again, the reason why I'm saying arguably, you can say that either Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers are the second best quarterbacks in the NFL. So his contract is froze up for. So it was $33 million signing bonus and $22 million per year, and it's a 5-year contract worth $1,010 million. And then again, I'm just gonna look at the stats that he had last year. So he threw for 4,428 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. So yeah, that's a really good season. Definitely MVP caliber, but he's again being paid less than Matthew Stafford. And then finally, Matt Ryan, the MVP. $20 million per year, $28 million signing bonus worth about $100 million in total, which is a 5-year deal. And again, he got the MVP. Let's just look at his stats. He threw for 4,944 yards, 38 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. And he led the Falcons to the Super Bowl, which I don't believe that the Lions never won a playoff series in, I believe, 25 years. It's something like that. So obviously Matthew Stafford has never won a playoff game. I can only think of 3 playoff games that he's been in. It was last year. Wait, no. I can only think of 2, honestly. The game against the Saints in 2011, which they lost bad, and then last year, yeah, 2 games. But again, I'm not saying Matthew Stafford's bad, I'm just saying that he's overpaid. I honestly like Matthew Stafford. I'm just not a big fan of the contract. I feel like it's going to do more harm than good for the Lions, but who am I to say? Maybe the cap's going to rise a little bit. But here's hoping that Detroit does something really. I'm not the biggest Detroit fan, to be honest with you, mostly because of their fans or the contact I had with some of the fans over online. But that's the only reason. But like I've been saying, I like Matthew Stafford, just not his contract. But thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to share the video. Thank you.